Welcome to Ponytails and Pep Talks, the podcast where blowouts, breakdowns, and breakthroughs are a weekly discussion. I'm your host, ReJeania. For over 3 decades, I've been behind the salon chair as a stylist, an owner, and yes, your favorite unlicensed therapist. I have heard it all. The tears, the triumphs, the you won't believe what just happened stories from courageous women overcoming incredible obstacles. So let's meet one of them right now on Ponytails and Pep Talks. Hello everyone, welcome back to Ponytails and Pep Talks. I'm so excited that you joined me today because boy, do I have a doozy to share with you today. I appreciate all you guys listening to me, for liking and subscribing. You have no idea how much that means. And your comments are great, and I definitely appreciate them. We're going to start a new series, a monthly series. So we'll revisit this once a month, like we have done some of our other episodes. But the title of this one is a lot deeper than some of the other places that we have gone. The title is A Journey Back to Yourself. We're going to specifically look into relationship trauma, rediscovering who you are, listening to your nervous system that probably has got buried somewhere along with that trauma. And I'm going to give you reasons and ideas to show you how your nervous system is trying to tell you, alert, alert, this is not all okay. Hey everyone, I'm your host, ReJeania, and I'm so excited to be back here this week sharing all of this wonderful information with you. So are you ready to bring some clarity to the chaos? Today is open, honest conversation between you and I. But in this series, you're going to hear some personal experiences from myself, some personal experiences from other women that have faced some of this same trauma. And definitely you will hear from some experts that have incredible insights and a plan and a way to show you the journey to healing. So you don't want to miss this. So please hit the subscribe button. I want to make sure that every episode that comes up will ring a bell and say, hey, watch me, I'm back on. So trauma doesn't change just what happened to you. It changes what feels normal. It can make chaos feel like home, anxiety feel like love, and confusion feels like connection. Sounds bizarre, doesn't it? But I'm going to show you how easily that sometimes we can get trapped in these situations. But there is hope. There is healing that can and will happen for you. And this series is going to help show you ways to get to just that. So welcome to A Journey Back to Yourself series. So let's ask that question. Why does confusion feel like love? It seems bizarre whenever you hear it from the outside, and someone from the outside looking in just can't believe the things that you're saying and doing. But when you've lived with unpredictability, possibly even since childhood, then the confusion starts feeling normal. Your body learns that ghosting or silencing or tension, mixed signals, that those are all normal. So our brain starts adjusting to the pattern. But our nervous system, on the other hand, wants to send out alerts saying, this isn't okay. This isn't okay. And sometimes it starts small. By the time you get towards the end of a relationship and you've had enough, your body is screaming at you. Let's look at an example. So since we're talking about relationships, let's talk about you start dating someone and hey, it's going pretty good. You know, the first few months, everyone's on their best behavior. There is a full mask on, not a lot of in-depth, but hey, it's going great. And another couple of months go by, things are really looking good. You're thinking, hey, this could really be something. And all of a sudden one day, you are used to hearing from them. Good morning, hearing from them throughout the day. Good evening, good night. Hope your day's going well. What are you doing today? Plenty of conversation, plenty of connection every single day, 7 days a week. And then one day, nothing. So at first, your mind is like, I hope everything's okay. I hope something hasn't happened. So you send a couple of texts and you don't hear anything. You're like, okay, well that's really odd, but things have been going fine, probably just something happened. I hope nothing tragic, and I'll hear from them later. Another several hours go by, and then sometimes it's the next morning or the next day. And then you get this text, hey, good morning, how's it going? And then your mind, you know the little puppy dog look? Sometimes we as humans make that little puppy dog look too, like, okay, what just happened? Your mind starts going like, okay, did I just make this up? Because they're talking to me as if nothing happened, that they didn't just ghost me for the last 24 hours or the last 10 hours or anything. And so you kind of blow it off sometimes because you're like, okay, well, they're acting like nothing happened. It must be no biggie, must be no big deal because it's not to them. So you kind of let that go by, but it starts changing you just a little bit, even from that. Your mind starts wanting to fill in the blanks because you've not gotten any clarity as to what happened. And even if you say, oh, hey, I kind of missed hearing from you yesterday. And this, oh, yeah, I got busy. Ugh, I hate that word. I cannot tell you how much I hate that word sometimes. Oh, I just got busy. Well, okay. So you let it go. But you know what? Your nervous system, on the other hand, is doing some double time. You are starting to look at your phone a little bit more. You're start waiting for their call, that connection, because you're like, you don't know what happened. So then you relax. You're kind of like, okay, everything is back to normal. You are communicating every day. You're going out. You're doing everything again together. Everything seems normal. So you're like, okay, all right. Okay, that was just a fluke. It just happened. And then another month goes by, maybe even a whole month, and it happens again. Again, with the, 2, 3 hours go by. Okay, they're busy, they're doing something. 5, 6, 7 hours go by. And you're like, they just said hello this morning. They didn't say they were doing anything in particular today. And the rest of the day goes by, and then you don't even hear a good night or how was your day? You're like, okay, what? What? And then you know what? You don't even sleep very good that night because now your mind is whirling. You're trying to figure out, you're trying to make sense of it. And then the next morning, everything is back to, hey, how's it going? Good morning. How was your day yesterday or whatever? Like all of a sudden you're like new friends that just met. Your mind is like, what the hell just happened? Your nervous system is going, see, alert, 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 alert. Listen, red flags, red flags, red flags. How much bigger can I make this red flag? But your heart, on the other hand, is like, wait a minute, I'm invested now. My heart is invested. I think I possibly even love this person. We've even said I love you at this point. It's been several months in now. So what is going on? And then starts the roller coaster of emotions that is unbelievable sometimes. You are thinking, wait a minute, I am an intelligent, honest, hardworking, heart-giving person. What's going on? Are we playing a game here now? Because you are now becoming that person that is waiting for that next breadcrumb, that is hoping the phone's gonna, connect, hoping for some kind of clarity. along the way. And it even comes to a point where your body starts shaking, with trying to understand. I don't know how many of you, but do you break out in hives? That's even a possibility. That is your nervous system saying, this is not okay. Something is going on here. And I need you to pay attention, because many times our nervous system knows way ahead of time what's going on versus what our heart and our mind is telling us about the situation. Some other things that can happen to show you just how far this roller coaster has gone is, do you have the friends that say, what is wrong with you? I really don't want to hear about this anymore. Would you just break up? Just break up with them. I don't know why you're, so obsessing over this person that barely gives you the time of day. And you're like, but you don't understand. And I feel almost addicted to them. What the heck is that? This isn't who I am. This isn't who I act. I am proud of myself. I love myself. I am successful. I am great and loyal to people. I don't understand why I'm acting this way. And a lot of times this is the beginning of a trauma bond. It's the give, give, give that you get from someone. And the full on, I love you, things are great, this is wonderful. And then they suck back their energy. And when they do that, your heart jumps and you crave, like, wait a minute, what just happened? And it's so hard to explain to someone that maybe has not been in that kind of a relationship, but it's real. And it happens a lot more often than what you think, because it's not only in romantic relationships, but it's also in a workplace, your friends, family dynamics. There's, a lot of that plays into anyone that wants a power struggle over you and love bombs you and tries to make you feel like this most amazing person. And then they suck it all back. And all of a sudden, they don't think you're so great. And you're spinning, wondering what in the world just happened. If any of you are resonating with this right now, I hope that this has not sent too many triggers your direction. I know for me, since I've experienced this absolutely firsthand, been there, got the t-shirt, wore it till there was holes in it, wore it until all my friends couldn't stand the disgust of the smell, truly. And I know this has probably been triggering for you, because I will tell you, even right now, my nervous system is bouncing just a little bit. So for right now, if this is affecting you the same way, if you are having thoughts right now about a relationship, either you were in or currently in or just got out of, or at the beginning of one, that some of these things are starting to send off some red flags for you, I think we should just take a moment and breathe a little bit. If you're listening to me and you're able to put your hand over your heart, close your eyes if you're in a place where it's safe to do that. And I want you to take in a breath about 6 seconds long. And blow it out. Blow out that negativity. Blow out that feeling, that cloudiness, that unclarity that comes up when you think about that relationship and what you're going through. Let's do that again. Blow it out. Let's do that one more time. Breathe in. And breathe it out. Take your hands and just shake that off. And my sweet friend, stay with me in this journey. I'm here with a listening heart and a hand that's ready to hold yours. behind the salon chair. I hear these kind of stories all the time on a weekly basis. So I want you to know you're not alone. And if you spend any time on TikTok or Instagram, you hear the stories over and over about narcissism, about avoidant personalities, about anxious attachment. And if those are all words that you have been looking at, then you're in the right boat, because in the next few months, we're going to walk through many of those topics. I'm going to bring in therapists, again, talk to you from my own experiences and tell you, gosh, just some real heart to heart things, because that's what Ponytails and Pep Talks is about. Girl, it's about getting to that nitty gritty of things and talking it out and working it out, because there is healing and you have way more strength than you ever thought you could have. Because you know what? These kinds of people that you don't believe are in the world because you're not that way. But guess what? There are some ugly predators out there. There are people who go after people on purpose that are successful and beautiful and kind and giving. And they really are evil in disguise, in a beautiful disguise, usually. And their job is to suck that life out of you, because you know what? They're miserable. They are unhappy on the inside and they want what you have. So we have to learn to discern that. We have to learn to watch for the masks, watch for the signs. Not only watch for them, what is your nervous system doing? When you meet someone, there's a balance between them saying there's butterflies or, this connection. And I definitely learned that sometimes when there's this amazing chemistry the very first time you meet, that's usually the first big giant red flag. When people move way too fast, it's a big giant red flag. It seems exciting, and it seems like what you see on the movies, oh, they fall in love. It's exciting, and it works for them the rest of their life. Not always so. So in this series, we're going to teach you about what those red flags look like, what those amazing green flags look like. What does a healthy relationship look like? What does an unhealthy relationship look like? But also, what's going on with you? What kind of things are you not healed from childhood, from a traumatic relationship, from life in general? Because, guys, life is not fair. I think I've changed my mind about how to look at life sometimes and just go, even the day, it's like most of the time things are going to go wrong, and just accept that, because when they go great, it's so much more exciting. So when you get up during the day and, you're like, oh yeah, there's probably crap's going to happen today. And then your day turns out really well. It's really exciting. I like that. I kind of like that way of looking at my days sometimes. And not that you're looking at it half empty. You're just looking at it with clear lenses for the day. And that's what this series is going to help you do as well. We're going to look at partnerships and romantic relationships and business places, and help find where that we can make changes in our life that will be better for our heart, our mind, our nervous system, our soul, and our body, and help make some kind of sense out of the things going on around us. So, what now? What do I do with this information now? Especially if this sounds real familiar to you and you're in the same situation or just got out of it, you can really understand it. So if you're on this roller coaster right now, I want you to know there is healing and peace. When's the last time you felt a little bit of peace? When's the last time you slept all night long and woke up refreshed? When's the last time you decided to go do something for yourself and not so hooked on the relationship that you can't think past it? What would that even look like? Let's go through a few things about that. So that would look like, how about not having a knot in your stomach whenever your telephone buzzes? How about getting better sleep? How about feeling healthier? How about a smile on your face rather than this scowl that you start developing trying to make sense out of this chaos? Because that's what your mind does every day. It gets consumed with the chaos and you can't think straight anymore. But that peace on the other side is your mind going, wow, I am not in a fog today. I thought that was just menopause. Guess what? Sometimes it's not menopause. Sometimes it is a chaotic, traumatic relationship. And when you step out of it, when you step off of that roller coaster, then the clarity starts coming in. How about just taking a deep breath and enjoying that breath without holding your breath, waiting for the ball to drop, waiting to be gaslit, waiting to see if there's going to be a blow up at the end of the day? How about just breathing, just taking a breath and not worried about the other shoe falling? It's a great place to be. And I will tell you, it's taken me a long time. I've been in a relationship that was so traumatic and has caused even just some health issues in myself, because again, your nervous system is trying to scream at you, but the peace can definitely come. The clear mind can definitely come. Guys, there is so much to unpack in this series. Lordy, we are going to go through so many of the scenarios. We're going to go through what the different narcissisms are, what the different avoidance are, what anxious attachment is, how childhood trauma replays as an adult, and how a traumatic relationship can change the wiring in your brain, and how to rewire your brain back into a healthy place. I hope you've enjoyed today's episode, and there is so much more to come, but I would love your input on what is most important to you. What do you need some answers to right now? If you will leave those in the comments, then I will start setting up the next of the series in maybe that kind of order, where I know the things that are most important to you. I am so excited to share this new series with you, A Journey Back to Yourself. And I would love for you to like and subscribe, share this with a friend, let them know this series is coming up. And also, if you would like to be on the podcast, sharing your story and what has happened with you and how you came through it, what you did to heal, I would love to interview you and put you onto the show. So until next time, ladies, I want you to be turning chaos into clarity, one breath at a time. We've got this, girl. I will see you next week on Ponytails and Pep Talks.